Hello, this is Irvin M. Ferguson with the Noahide.com. I thought I would explain how I made the profile picture as a 3D ring. I noticed nobody else is doing it, and one I noticed first doing it, and I noticed nobody else is doing it, is what the person is from Jerusalem called the Naked Archaeologist, the scientist. And he has on his YouTube, I think his last name is Mr. Simcha, and he has his profile picture as a 3D ring over his face. And I thought that was pretty neat, and I saw no one else doing it, so I figured I would try it myself. But let me say, it's an all-day task to make it, because you have to integrate two things. And for me, it's a good thing to have black background, because if you have black background, it's an easy, or some kind of a solid color, it's easier that way. This is the first picture I started with. And if you notice, there's an opaque ring, a slight opaque ring right there. And you see that I just barely have it opaque so that I can see the ring. And there's two programs you're going to use. For touch-up is going to be Paint. And then for the actual profile picture itself is going to be 3D Paint. These are two programs. They're not connected together anymore because Microsoft stopped using 3D Paint, but it's okay, it's still on your computer. You just got to go to it separately. Don't hit that 3D button in Paint because it's not going to go there. Okay, and you will see the progressions here. Now when you work on your profile picture in Paint, you want to zoom in as far as you can and then take the dropper, which, determines the color of the paint of your drawer or your pencil, whatever you want to call it. And find out the color you need, like in this case, white. Take that white and color over that little opacity that you can see. Keep going up to the hat or whatever you got there, you're going to wear or not wear, your head. So go ahead and paint it up to that. But remember, you got to have it zoomed in way up close, because the closer you zoom it in to do the profile, the better it's going to be when you zoom out. It'll look great. You'll still have some rough edges, and I'll tell you how to do that too. So you do that. That's that progression. And then you should have this. Now, you see where that opacity is through the hat? So it's still not done, and it's a long ways from being done. So go ahead, and what you do is use that dropper, touch it to the hat, that gets the color of the hat, zoom it all the way in. Now you're going to have to be going back and forth, saving every one of your things, because if you don't do that and you make a mistake, you have to start all over again. So save all of your saves and do it that way. Now zoom all the way in, and this is going to be in normal Paint. Zoom all the way in and take out all the whiteness that's there, put in your hat. You can do it. You zoom all the way in, touch the dropper that makes the color of the hat, and then zoom, and then touch it up, zoom out, look at it, then zoom back in, touch it up some more, keep going. You can do it. Now this, I'm not going through all the steps because this took me all day, but I did it. But let me tell you, it took all day long. So we got that far. And then the final product of it all in the end. But if you notice, now look at the top outside the ring. There's you can still see the profile picture of that. That's not so bad, not so hard. What you can do is, pick the black, color over that, all the way around up to the white edge. So we kind of end up with that, the last little bit, and you get rid of those with the same process. Now, you see some of the outside edge of the white ring? It's kind of rough, isn't it? Along with the inside of the ring, that's kind of rough. Now you bring your picture over to 3D Paint and go to your 2D images, up, look at the top where it says 2D, and then pick the color black. Make a, you can either make a white, I prefer the white ring. So make a white ring so that it matches. If it goes within the circle, you won't see it. But you want a thin ring, not a thick one like this one. You already have the thick ring there. Make a thin ring and bring it up to the inside edge and make it a horseshoe. There is a shape in there that will make a horseshoe from one side of the hat around to the other side of the hat, and clean up your edge, your inside edge. And then for the outside edge, use the full circle ring, but make sure, again, thin. You want a thin ring because you're just cleaning up the outside edge and the inside edge, the inner circle edge and the outer circle edge. Once you do that, you come up with this final view of it. And I use it in all my profiles except for Facebook. I don't use it because I want my family on there. So anyway, this is how you do it. And you might want to get a cup of coffee or some pop or some hot chocolate or something, because be prepared, it's going to take you all day, most likely. Now, if you're young, you're probably going to kick it off quick, but I'm like 68, so it took me a while, but I did it. I done it. This is what we used to do in college anyway, but it was a different format back then because we were using 16 millimeter and in some cases 75 millimeter, and rarely did we ever use 35 millimeter. So, but anyway, there you go. You got it. Let's see some of these profiles get out there, and I want to see a lot of these out there. Thank you very much. If you're interested in this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. And please share this video. That option is always on.